Tyler?
Good. How you doing?
Okay, great. So how's it been so far out here? Getting, I guess, acclimated with your surroundings and trying to keep it as normal of a game week process as you can.
Yeah, it's been nice. So we got a few of the first 2 days just kind of check it out and not as focused up. But then now we're pretty much in the game week, so we're focused in and preparing ourselves for this upcoming game.
Franklin has mentioned this a few times, but a big difference from last year is how many guys are committing to playing in this game. What does it mean to you to see that kind of investment from much of the locker room before a big matchup?
Yeah, I just think it kind of speaks to the team we have this year and how we're all, we're here for each other. We're not here for ourselves, and we're here to play for each other and play for Coach Franklin. So I think it's important, and it shows how we are as a team.
We found out that Brendan is going to the NFL a couple nights ago. I'm curious when he told the news to his teammates like you.
I mean, it was kind of his own thing, so I just let him do it. I'm not gonna, tell his stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for him, but I'm excited to play with him one more time and just play with him again will be fun.
I guess personally speaking, what does it mean that he is going to the draft, but he is sticking on board for a 13th game of the season?
Yeah, I think that just kind of shows, like I said, to our team, especially our tight end room. He's got our backs, we got his backs. So for him to come back and play in this game is really good to see.
What has he meant to you and the room, and how do you think he's grown as a tight end here in the last couple of years, specifically in 2022?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think his leadership role isn't necessarily a huge vocal one, but he leads by example and will show you how to do things. So I think he's done a lot for me and a lot of the guys in the tight end room, so it'll be good, and his mark will be left on our room in a positive way.
And as you move forward with this group, what's your confidence level of being able to step up, carry forward without Bren, and then continue building on what you guys have done this year?
Yeah, just learning from what he did. He taught us a lot, so carrying that into it, and then just what he did for me, trying to do it for younger guys who come in and do the same that he did for us.
How do you feel like you and Theo, through all the reps you've gotten this year, have grown? And a lot of people are going to be looking to you two as kind of being the new veterans and the guys who are going to be on that field.
Yeah, I think just like you said, with reps, the more reps you get, the more acclimated you're going to get, the more you're going to learn. So just having those reps in our back pocket as we continue to grow as tight ends will be good, and we'll have to look out for other guys in the room now since we'll be the older guys, but it'll be good.
And Khalil Dinkins got involved a bit at times this year. How has he grown as a tight end? Because he got to campus and it was kind of a question about whether he'd stick at the position.
Yeah, he's done a great job. He's been changing his body to get to a tight end body type. He's gotten a lot smarter. He's getting a lot more savvy, like football-wise, and learning a lot. So he's doing great, and I'm excited to see what he does.
And I got to ask about Jerry, a guy we didn't see much of, but a lot of people say he's made a nice impression on campus. What have you seen from him kind of finishing out his first year?
Yeah, he's a hard worker. He wants to learn. He's eager to learn, and he wants to get better. So I think the more he's around a college football program, it's only going to make him better, and he has a good future ahead of him as well.
Not everybody is like Theo, who played, I think, 8 or 9 games his freshman year. I know you had to be more patient early on. You saw Jerry deal with it and Khalil, but when you're watching someone like Jerry, how do you make sure, I guess not make sure, but how do you kind of manage that expectation as a freshman that you're going to play with the reality that, hey, I got to kind of sit back and wait and grow?
Yeah, I mean, that's something I had to do personally, but I kind of realized, like I saw I wasn't really at the point where I was at the same level as the guy, so I understood I needed a year, and I've talked to him about that before. It's not frowned upon if you can't step in the first year. Some people, that's going to be their path. Some people, it might be a year or two before you really start contributing a lot on the field, but he doesn't have a bad attitude about it at all. He's excited about the work, and he's going to be good.
Now that they've signed, we can talk about them. They're going to be bringing in 3 teammates in that room, and very soon, I think. And so I'm curious what you think about the influx of competition and kind of how quickly do you get in touch with the signee and try to build a relationship, or do you wait till they get to campus?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a little bit of relationship with them, hosting them on visits and stuff, but nothing crazy. But when they get here, we'll welcome them in the room, and I'm sure if Ty brings them in, they're going to be great workers and fit in our room really well, so it'll be good.
What would you say is the most important aspect offensively for you guys as you prepare for Utah in the next few days of practice? What kind of momentum are you most excited to build off of from the way you finish in November?
Oh yeah, I think just from a tight end's perspective, we're kind of, I feel like we're playing good as a unit right now, so just building on that, and we're really, I feel like, an unselfish group, so we're just excited to do whatever it is for the game week, whatever fits best with our offense versus defensive scheme. So just keeping that attitude up and that mentality we have, I think will be good.
And then one more more player I want to ask about was Drew, and also Bo. Guys that with Christian leaving, there's more tension on them in the quarterback room next year with Sean leaving too. How have you seen them use this opportunity for a few extra weeks of practice reps to build what they're doing at quarterback?
Yeah, I think just that opportunity, like you said, is great for both of them. So I think they've been taking advantage of it. Drew's had his chances in the game, so he's got a little bit of experience under his belt. And I think Bo, everyone's seen Bo through camp and stuff, and we know what kind of player he is. So we have a lot of confidence in him as well. So I think for the two of them, it's really been good for them to kind of get more experience in the practice reps, stuff like that.
Thanks a lot, Tyler.
Appreciate it.
Tyler, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm going around asking some of the guys, who do you think are some of the funnier guys on your roster this year?
I probably put. I'm sure a lot of people said Nick Dawkins. PJ's good. I think Bo Prabula is maybe a guy that a lot of people don't know, or will think of him as a funny guy. But when you get to know him, he's a pretty funny guy. But yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of other dudes I can name, but those come into my head right now.
And obviously, you guys are here at the Rose Bowl getting ready, business trip at the end of the day. What are your thoughts on Utah's defense? What have you guys seen from them on film or any of their tendencies, anything along that line?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is saying that just their effort. They're great football players, but then when you play with that kind of effort and that kind of mentality that they carry with them, I think that makes you a lot better. So that's the thing that really popped out to us on film so far.
And there's quite a few people who continue to talk about what you guys do in the run game, but I'm curious to know more about your quarterback. Just tell me a little bit about him. Obviously, he's been with you guys for a couple of years now. Just tell me a little bit about him, what he does for the offense.
Yeah, I mean, he's been here for a while, so we know he's got a lot of experience, and he shows us and will share stuff like that with us. But he's also just a dude that kind of gets along with everybody. It doesn't matter what your role is or who you're on the team. He's going to be the same guy too, as if he's your best friend or if he's just meeting you now. So he's a great leader in that aspect, and we all play for him. We got his back, he's got our back, so it works well.
Awesome, thanks, man.
Yep, appreciate it.
Tyler, the T formation has really, I think, been a boon for your running game, and a lot of it is the three tight ends, but it's also the running backs, it's the offensive line. What do you think are one or two things about that formation that really can really cause problems for them?
Yeah, I mean, I think one thing is just numbers. It's a lot of numbers you got to deal with. There's a lot of bodies going in one direction to stop for a yard or 2 yards. But another thing I think is just kind of our offensive mentality, where it's guys doing jobs that they don't always do all the time, but they're going to do it to the best of their ability, because that's how we're playing for each other, not for ourselves. So I think that's kind of that formation speaks a lot about that we do what the team's asking for us and not necessarily what our normal job would be. So I think that shows our mentality well.
When you think back to a year ago when everyone was kind of saying, hey, the running game, man, it's got to get going. You guys just didn't get the job done in the regular season. And it's only been a year, and now how far you've come. Do you have a lot of pride, I think, in maybe the improvement and what you guys did in the spring and the commitment and even in August, and the fact that you were able to consistently, kind of do that against a pretty good team?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I know the O-line is definitely proud. We kind of work with them too as tight ends. So we block with them, so we take a lot of pride in it. We kind of said we want to work at that through the off season, and we focused on it a lot. And I think Nick and Katron coming in, they've definitely added an element that helped with it as well. So it's been good to see that, and the hard work we put in is showing up through the running game, so it's been good.
What do you think the biggest change has been this year compared to last season in the running game?
I'm not sure if it's really one thing. I think it's just more reps is always more repetitions you get, the more natural it's gonna come. So just working on it through the off season and understanding stuff better. And then, like I said, those two guys in the backfield definitely add a little something to it. So yeah, probably that.
How much do you think the mentality is part of that, right? Shifting it to sort of wanting to dominate, being more physical?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a big part. You gotta, if your mind's not with you, you're probably not gonna get as far as you could. So just having that mentality that, all right, we know what we need to do, we know what we need to do on this play. So just having that mentality as a unit too is very important. So we're all on the same page.
Tyler, is it weird knowing now that this is going to be the last game you're going to play with Brenton? You guys have been through a lot together, and you guys have grown a lot together, and obviously I'm sure you've talked to him a little bit about his decision, but what's it going to be like if you thought about, it's only going to be one more game with him?
Yeah, I haven't tried to think about it too much. I'm focused on the game, but I'll definitely, that's my guy. He's been here with me the whole time I've been here, and he's taught me a lot and been there for me a lot. So definitely after the game, I'll definitely think about it a lot more. But yeah, hopefully I'll just try to enjoy it during the game and then deal with it after the game. But yeah, it'll be good.
Thank you.
What are your
first thoughts, on Utah's defense from just watching film?
Yeah, I think, like I said, they got really their mentality and their effort. They're great football players, and then when you add how they play the game and the effort that they bring to the table, I think that's what really makes them special.
You guys are kind of similar in Utah in tight end usage. You guys, use tight ends heavily. How do you feel like you're utilized in this offense?
Oh yeah, I think something we pride ourselves on is just kind of doing whatever's needed for our offense. So if it's one week we're going to run block 100 times and not catch any balls, we're going to do that. And then the next week we're all catching passes and not blocking at all. We'll be happy to do that. So I think just keeping that mentality and staying like that as a group is what we do well.
All right, thank you.
What's going on?
Good, how you doing?
Connor
Tyler, nice to meet you.
with the Rose Bowl. So I got a couple silly questions for you if you'll indulge.
Yeah.
All right. First one we got is which one of your teammates is not getting the aux cord in the locker room?
Not getting the aux cord. I'll probably say Ulu. He's my roommate, so I hear all his music tastes. So if he gets his personal music up on the aux, I'm probably gonna have to leave the building.
What's he typically playing?
He watches like anime and stuff. So sometimes it's some anime music, but then just other stuff that I don't really like his music as much. So yeah, I'll probably go Ulu.
Fair enough. How about who's got the weirdest hobby or just like the most exotic hobby?
I don't know. I don't even know if I really know anybody with a weird hobby.
No jugglers or anything like that?
I mean, I can joke a little bit, but yeah, I'm not sure.
How many things can you juggle?
I'm only at 3,
Okay.
amateur level.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah,
Right on. How's the whole experience been?
it's been good.
Yeah.
Starting to get into game week now, so it'll be a little more focused up. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun the first 2 days.
Nice. Have you ever been out here before?
Nah, furthest I've been west is Denver.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is the farthest I've been.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Virginia.
Okay. Right on. A little colder.
Yeah, it was like,
Did you get back for the holidays?
yeah, I was home for like 5 days, and then we left to come here. It was like, I think it was in the negatives in State College when we were leaving.
Jesus.
So yeah, it's been nice. The weather's definitely been nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm from Philly originally,
Mm-hmm.
and talked to family back on Christmas, and they were like, "It's 6 degrees."
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not upset that I'm not home.
yeah, yeah. So that's nice.
What other? You guys have the comedy show tonight, right?
I think we go to the Wax Museum tonight.
Wax Museum. That's what it is. And then the Beef Bowl tomorrow.
Yeah,
So, have you heard about that whole shindig?
not the Beef Bowl.
No. You like prime rib? It's gonna be good prime rib.
Yeah, I knew that part about it, but I didn't know if there's anything else.
They like to pit it as if it's still like a competition. I guess like back in the old days, they had a competition between the two teams, like who could eat more, and then they gave out a trophy and all
Yeah.
that stuff. But now it's just more for the entertainment factor.
Yeah, that might
See
be a
how many you can throw
little
down.
be a little dangerous if you
Yeah.
get some prime rib flowing.
Seriously. You don't need 5 of those 2 days before a game.
Yeah.
How is it having such like a long break in between games? Obviously, you guys are used to a bye week, but like this.
Yeah, it's definitely like you think you want free time when you're in the season, and then when you have the free time, you're kind of like, I don't really got anything to do. I wish I had something to do. So yeah, it's been a little bit of adjusting, but
Yeah.
we're back into the game week now, so it feels a little bit more normal.
Is rust a real thing? Like people always talk about sitting out before playoffs, like NFL, MLB, all that type of stuff. How much does that actually play in?
Yeah, I mean, I think you usually get it out in practice, I feel like. But like if you're out a few days and then you got your first practice, you probably will be a little like, you'll be like, dang, why did that just happen? Like,
Yeah,
what's going
yeah.
on? But then you get back in your groove. But
doesn't take long to bounce back.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that depends on the person, though.
Right.
And it's probably a mental thing as well. If you
Right.
think you're rusty, then it'll probably be more rusty than if you're just there to play.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good. Theo was just saying how like this game could be like a springboard for next year with your room. Losing Penn. Do you think you agree with that?
Oh yeah, I think we're just focused on this game at hand. If we do well, we'll definitely carry momentum into it. But just focusing on what we got to do for this game and what the offense needs of us, I think that's what we'll be focused on mostly in the room.
What about like the extra practices? Like Mike was saying, it's almost like an extra spring. Has
Yeah.
that been helpful so far?
Yeah, so you definitely get more reps and you get to get more looks on the offensive side, and then you get guys who necessarily don't get as many reps during the season. They get to get some work as well, so it's good for the room as a whole.
I'm sure you've been asked about this, but like one last game with Brent, is that going to be something you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely just looking forward to play with it. Like I told someone else, I'll probably not try and think about it as much like before the game, but then after the game, it'll definitely be some time I got to spend with them just to enjoy it because it'll be the last time with them. But yeah, I'll look forward to playing one more game with them, and then after the game, I'll really look into it more. But yeah.
Gotcha. Thanks, Tyler.
Yeah, appreciate it.
What's going on, man?
How's it going?
I'm Ryan Snyder. I do recruiting. I've always never really got to talk to you. You never dealt with all that stuff,
Yeah.
which I respect. How you probably asked already, man. Just how much you looking forward to playing in the Rose Bowl, man? What is this experience to you? Do you have any memories of watching the Rose Bowl growing up? But just this whole experience. What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, memories-wise, like I don't have one specific memory, but I just like the Rose Bowl is just like that one bowl that everybody knows. So to be able to play in it with my teammates and my buddies is really, really special for me, and I'm looking forward to it a lot.
Your season overall, just look back on what you thought you did well, what you could have improved on. Just summarize it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a whole, the tight ends we did a lot, just doing what's asked of us. Sometimes it'll be catching passes. Other weeks it'll be running the ball and run blocking. So just improving on that. Really, I think that's where we're at right now. And I think we have a great mentality in our room. So that's something we got to keep building on and get the young guys who are coming in to get that mentality and keep that going as a room.
You mentioned the young guys there. We haven't seen much of Jerry Cross. I know he was injured originally, but I've heard good things about his progress, man. What are you seeing there?
Yeah, he's a hard worker. He wants to work and get better. So that if you got that, that's going to take you a long way. And he's definitely embraced that, and he's definitely improved a lot. So to see him start getting better, I think he'll be great in the future.
How have Brenton and Theo helped you with your game?
Yeah, I mean, just we're able to talk to each other and not get mad about it. If one of them come up to me after a play and like, yo, you gotta do this better, or you could change this on how you did that. Like I respect them enough so where I'm like, all right, I got you, and we all kind of have that mutual respect. So it's not like they're getting on me; they're just trying to help me and make me better, and we all understand that. So it's been a lot. It's been great.
Tyler, what does it mean to you to be playing in a Rose Bowl game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just it's a very historic bowl, and to be able to do this with my teammates and my friends to come out here and play on this stage is really really good for me, and I'm really excited about it.
Do you have family coming out to watch you play?
Oh yeah, I have a few family. Not everybody can make it because it's quite a trip, but I do got a few people coming.
What's kind of if you had a message to your family or to parents, just thanking them and support them, what would you say?
Oh yeah, I appreciate everything they do. They do a lot to get me to this position I'm at now, and yeah, I'm just trying to make them proud, and I appreciate how they got me here and all the stuff they did for me.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
How you doing, Tyler?
Good. How you doing?
Rich,
Nice to meet you.
Pennsylvania. Nice to meet you. I've been on calls with you and so on and so forth. I just asked Theo this. What is it about your room that makes it special?
Yeah, I think we're definitely an unselfish room from personally, and then like as an offensive perspective, we'll do whatever's asked of us as a unit. So whether it's run blocking every play for a game or it's catching passes, we're going to do it to the best of our ability with all our effort, and I think that's definitely as a whole unit, that's how we think, so it's been well.
I asked Theo this. Did Brenton talk to you at all before he made his decision? And what are your thoughts on his decision? How happy are you?
Yeah, I'm definitely happy for him. I'm looking forward to see what he does in his future, and I'm just glad I got to be a part of his ride and get to know him. So, I kind of knew a little bit, but I wasn't really focused on it or anything. I was just gonna let him do his thing. But yeah, I'm excited for him. I'm excited to see what he does with his future.
What has competing with him, with Theo, how has that made you better?
Yeah, just having two dudes like that who are really great tight ends to compete with them every day and work against them and work with them, it makes me better. And just learning from them, like I tell people all the time, to try and learn to block, I was just watching Brenton Strange block because I feel like he's one of the better blocking tight ends you'll see. And then Theo's taught me a lot, just like he's a great route runner. He's also a great blocker, so just learning from them has definitely made me a lot better.
What impact do you think the three of you have had on this team?
Yeah, I think like I said, we bring a mentality where we'll do what's best for our offense each week, and I think that kind of speaks to our offense as a whole. We're not a very selfish group. We got dudes who'll do what's great for the cause, not for themselves. So I think that's what we do well.
What is it about Utah's defense that makes them successful?
Yeah, I think it's just their effort and their motors that they play with. They got great players over there, but then when you add the effort they play with and playing to the whistle like they do, I think that's what makes them great.
And I know we've asked you about this during the season, but the impact that Nick and Katron have had on this offense, can you describe it?
Yeah, from a run blocker's perspective, yes, the O-line, having dudes that run the ball back there like that definitely makes you feel better and makes us look better. So, we do a great job, but then there's sometimes where they turn into football players and make plays that adds to the offense, so it's been good.
I asked you this, what do you think the future of this program is, no matter what happens Monday?
Yeah, I think we'll just build on it. We got a lot of, like I said, our offense kind of at this point, we're a very unselfish group that does a lot for whatever's needed. So I think people will see that and learn from that when they come into the program. So I think keeping that going will be the most important thing.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Tyler, in what ways have you seen the team improve from November to now?
I think Paul's done a great job getting better interview.
Yeah, I get to be a reporter now.
I think just like our maturity level, because there's a lot of young guys who played early, and just having them learn, they definitely improved. And then, really everybody just getting more improvement as you keep building and getting better each week and not taking any steps back. I think we've done a good job of that.
And what's kind of been the growth of the team throughout these whole practices throughout the
Yeah, I think it just adds a little bit more depth because you get more people who get some more reps since we have a longer period of time between games. So just building depth and getting everybody a little bit more reps to get more experience under their belts is good.
And obviously you don't watch Utah's tight ends, but obviously it's a game that features a lot of tight ends. What was it like just to extend the level to play in a game like that?
Yeah, I think it's definitely cool. Just the tight end position is a very unique position with a lot of different stuff. So to have a lot of good tight ends is cool to play against good tight ends and be with good tight ends. So it'll be fun. Appreciate it.
I think that Coach Franklin does a really good job getting the right guys in the room. So I don't think it's going to be that hard to lead with this group. They have a lot of talent, they have a lot of skill, but at the same time, they're hard workers. So I think that it'll be pretty easy to lead them. They can provide out to the board. And it's also relatively long. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Just the events that we've done to their class. I think that's kind of what I have
What's up? Good. Same old deal.
Same old. How was Disney?
It was fun, actually. I had to leave early because I had to go to something, but I probably would have stayed longer.
NIL thing?
Yeah.
Then we're out of here.
How was the NIL thing?
It was good. It wasn't too many people, so it was pretty quick. Yeah, I got to ride some rides yesterday, which I haven't done in a while, so that was fun.
What was your favorite one?
Probably Space Mountain.
Okay, yeah, we did that. Did you go over to the other park?
No, I don't. No, we were on the one side the whole time.
did. They had an Incredibles ride. That was a roller coaster. It was awesome. We rode that a bunch of times.
I was getting nervous in there. I couldn't see anything. I didn't want to put my hands on that.
Hey Tyler,
How's it going?
Greenspan with the AP here in LA.
Nice to meet
you. Looking back at your 2020 freshman season, what was that like coming into college football for the first time and having to deal with all the pandemic restrictions?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what it was like because it was kind of its own thing. So I really, like my first year of college football was more like 2021 from a normality perspective. But yeah, coming in was definitely weird. It was just like, it was really its own thing. So I feel like my experience was the same as guys who have been here for 4 years because it was all new for everybody. So it was different. So we got through that, but it's good now.
You guys in Utah had losing seasons that year. You're here. You know, Michigan's gone from a losing season that year to back-to-back playoffs. Did you think it was an anomaly at the time? Did you have any concerns about, getting back on the right track? Or how did you feel being inside of it?
Yeah, I feel like, I was still just with my team and we were focused on one game at a time. And then after that season, we knew that wasn't how we want seasons to go, and that's not really what we're about. So we just stuck to the plan that Coach Funkin has. We all trust him and we know he's a great coach. So, and then it's working out. His plan is doing great, and we just kind of worked as a team and kept working and just battled through that and got through it.
Was it difficult to learn football via Zoom without having some of that immediate on-the-field feedback?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you do get to still learn a lot, but yeah, like you said, not being able to go out on the field with your coach right after you just met all the stuff, that was challenging, but, you did what you could with it, whatever you could do, so it was tough, but definitely still got to learn a lot.
What about the weight room component? How did you jumpstart your physical development once things got a little more normal?
Yeah, I think just focusing on things that can actually improve my body besides just the lifting, so like putting the right stuff in it to give it proper fuel and keeping it hydrated, and just focusing on what makes my body better besides just lifting the weight, stuff like that.
I haven't checked. What's the weather back in State College this week?
I think when we left, it was maybe in the single digits, maybe below, but yeah, it was chilly. It was chilly getting onto that plane, but it definitely felt a lot better getting off it.
Well, I apologize for the rain. This is about as cold as it gets by our standards.
Yeah.
Thanks again.
Yep, appreciate it.
How you doing, Tyler?
Good, how you doing?
Just wondering with Brent, I'm sure everybody's asked you, what have you learned from him this year? It seemed like he kind of made as big of a jump as anybody this year on the roster.
Yeah, I feel like, from a leadership standpoint, he did get a little more vocal, but I think he's a big guy and just like kind of watching how he plays and what he does, and he'll kind of pull you aside and just talk to you one-on-one and not really be a call you out in front of everybody guy. So I think a lot of people look up to that, and he's helped a lot. Like he's helped me when I first got here, and now he's helping the young guys now. So just learning how he helped me and how I've seen him work, and then maybe I'm probably gonna have to start doing that with some younger guys that come in, because I'll be one of the older dudes in the room.
If you could try to put specifics on it, where do you want yourself to be in 2023 from a game perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I think I just want to be a leader that I can to the young guys, and then just doing whatever the offense asks of us as a tight end room. I think that's something we do great. Just the different jobs we get each week, doing those to the best of our ability. Keep that mentality up in our room.
How do you keep yourself satisfied when early in the season it seemed like
last question, please wrap up.
End of the year, you guys had like 4 huge games in a row. How do you keep yourself satisfied throughout those kind of waves?
Yeah, I mean, I think from the stats wise, the games are big in the end, but then you look at what our team did and what we did to help the team in the early games. We were still winning games, so I think as a tight end room, if we do our jobs, we come with a win, we're going to be just as happy if we're scoring 5 touchdowns a game and coming out with a win. So we don't really look at individual stats. We're just more focused on our offensive unit, especially as a whole, and how we do.
And what's maybe the biggest thing you want to improve on in 2023 from an on-field thing?
I mean, the same thing I'll probably always say, just better in the run game, and then get crisper in routes. You can always get better and stuff like that, so it'll be good.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy the week.